Hi, Andy here again from Willow One Games. So it's been about 2 weeks, 13 days since my last post, and thought might as well explain some of the projects I'm working on. So for anyone that's been in the hobby world or the tabletop war game world, there's the release of the old world. So we're talking Warhammer Fantasy Battle. Got to Warhammer Fantasy Battle 8th edition. And then there was the whole Storms of Magic, and then it fizzled out. Great rank and file game. And yeah, they stopped it. They've brought it back, and they've started releasing it in 2024. I'm not going to go into what are the good guys, what are the bad guys. It is cast in in an older period of time due to Warhammer Fantasy Battle. But yeah, so one of the projects I'm going to be working on for that, amongst many projects that I'm working on, is my Bretonnians. So still waiting to get all the army rules. It's only just being released this weekend. But yeah, I've calculated I've got about 2,500 points of Bretonnians, which I'll go through the army in a sec. But yeah, so one of the things that I do need to consider is base sizes. For anyone out there, you guys have heard, no more 20 millimeter base sizes. They are now going to 25 millimeter. And for most Warhammer Fantasy Battle armies, that's a lot of work if you're going to rebase. I'm not going to. I'm probably going to go with movement trays and space them out so that way I can still use my armies that are built, because I've got quite a few sizable armies for Warhammer Fantasy Battle. I'm going to always call it Warhammer Fantasy Battle. I understand it's the old world, but for people that have been in the hobby as long as I have, and Warhammer Fantasy Battle is where you started, it'll always be WFB instead of TOW, TOW. Oh, that just sounds funny. TOW, really. Could have came up with a better acronym. The old world, TOW. Anyway. Okay, so some of the models that I've got from the Bretonnian army I did purchase as secondhand, or got them from some mates over the journey, and some of them are mine as well. Painting on these aren't in alignment with what I want to do. Can I do better now? Yes, absolutely. So yeah, I'm going on the mass stripping campaign. So currently, as we can see, the models that I'm currently working on are these Grail Knights, which are white and red. Very, very English, white and red. But yeah, I'm going to be stripping them back. So some of the things that I like to use to strip back models is a solvent. It's called Simple Green. You can get it from Bunnings or online if you're one of those Amazon people, or you can't get access to Bunnings, but I don't see why you couldn't. Mind you, in Australia that's Bunnings. I'm not sure if there's Bunnings in other countries. Maybe check out your hardware store, but it's called Simple Green, so it's a cleaner. Now normally with normal Simple Green you're meant to dilute it. I think it's like a 4-to-1 ratio or something, so you can actually use it to clean up around your home, so it's got dual use, but I like to use it to strip down my models. So what's really good with Simple Green when you're using it to strip down models is you can use it on plastic models, you can use it on metal models. Historically, especially for people that have been in the hobby 20 plus years, you would remember a lot of models that were that were made either out of lead or pewter, white metal, whatever they would call it. And the best solvent that we would use is acetone, so nail polish remover. You try to use that in plastic, you're just going to have a goopy mess. So Simple Green is what I'm using. So generally what I like to do is I'll soak my models in Simple Green overnight, and the next morning, or a couple of days, next day, I'll grab them out, and then I'll actually clean them up with a toothbrush. As we can see, what I'm working on at the moment, I've got a few models, they're soaking away, and I'm just taking one out at a time and cleaning them down with a toothbrush and taking them off. Initially, what you'll see is there's probably some residue that's left over, some paint residue, whatever. That's okay. Yeah, like you just soak it in again and then give it another pass over. So that's some stuff I'm working on. Yeah, so the aim of this year for Warhammer Fantasy Battle, or the Old World TOE, is to get my Bretonnians stripped down, repainted. I will talk about the paint scheme in another video. But this is just a quick update on one of the projects I'm working on. I've got multiple projects going at the moment. My Dark Angels, that's also a project I'm working on, which I'll save for another video. And that is also for a tournament that's coming up, which I'll also discuss. So anyway, yeah, thanks for watching. I'm not going to do the whole like and subscribe. If you want to do it. Video 2, so I don't expect much. But hey, look, if anyone views it, awesome, thank you. Yeah, so anyway, this is Andy from Willow One Games, and we'll catch you next time. Thanks.